I don't make videos the way that social media wants you to make videos because they all want to get your attention. And I just want to deliver facts and truth, and that takes some thought. And I'm not going to spend all my time trying to chop it up and make it all pretty for you. So if you want to understand how to make money and why money works and why money doesn't work, and you're tired of listening to all these gimmicky ideas because they're just trying to grab your attention to get your email address or buy their, ebook or whatever other stuff that's out there, watch 37,000 of their videos, but you're still poor as heck, and you're just wondering why you're still poor, well, here's the facts, okay? And I'm going to ramble off the top of my head, and I apologize, but I don't apologize. So here's the thing. Money. Here's the problem with money. Money's not a thing. Money is a symbol of a thing, okay? Money is a symbol of your past effort. That's it. So you go do some work, and then your effort becomes the past, and you get paid for the past effort. And then someone hands you a check, and they say, here's some money for what your past effort was, your yesterday was, okay? Your last week's effort. So all money is representing the effort you put in time, real time, the effort that you put in that then becomes your past. And this is super important because you can't talk about money in a future tense. You want to go get more money? That's future. Money doesn't work that way. Money is whatever you did in the past. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do now and in the future that when it becomes your past, it's going to have value? That's it. That's what money is. Okay, let's break this down a little bit simpler, all right? You wake up in the morning, you want to drink coffee, right? So you wake up in the morning, and you're like, gee, I need a cup of coffee, and I'm going to go to a coffee shop, and I'm going to buy that coffee. That's your future. But you're taking your past experiences, your money from your past, and you're going to go buy something with the future. Now, the coffee company knows that you're going to take your past effort and buy something with the future. So what they're doing is they're creating something for your future that then you will consume, and it will become your past. And because it was your future, you went up to it and you used your past effort to buy your future, you're emotionally connected to it because you're like, I just worked in an auto shop this entire week to make all this money, or I just worked at a giant, big box store, or I'm making minimum wage and I have all this emotional effort because I have to deal with a crappy manager and a crappy run business, but I got this money and now I woke up in the morning and life sucks and I just want a cup of coffee. You're thinking, I deserve it. So you're going to go into your future self and you're going to go buy that cup of coffee. Well, the coffee company is banking on that fact. They're banking on the fact that you're emotionally connected to your past effort. And then you're going to go reward yourself. And so you're going to now give them some of your past effort. And they're going to be like, thank you for your past effort in money. And they're going to put it in their bank. And then you're going to drink that coffee. And the coffee is going to become your past, which means they just made money off of something that becomes your past. They didn't make money off of your future. They made money off of something you consumed and now is in the past. It's behind you and now you're moving on. And they said, thank you for the money. So you want to go make money. Then you need to figure out what are people looking towards, forward thinking, future thinking, that they're willing to make their past. They're willing to have it become part of their story. Okay, so I have a story in life. I wake up every day. I do such and such. I do all these things, whatever. And whatever I do becomes part of my history. Whatever I'm willing to do that it becomes part of my history now has value to me personally. So if you want to go make money, what you need to do is figure out what people want to add to their story of life, and what they're willing to add to their story of life, they will be willing to pay for. That's how you make money. You start giving people experiences that they're adding to their life story. This is the reason why Disneyland is a huge hit. Why? Because it's not the cartoon characters, it's not even the stories that they tell, it's the accumulation of all of that where I'm going to give you an experience. Future thinking. You want an experience from the future? I'm going to go into the future. Next week I'm going to Disneyland. Future thinking. Go to Disneyland. Now I have this experience. Now it becomes part of my story. My past, my history becomes part of my story. Now this experience is in the past. It has value to me because I can go around and tell all my friends about how my visit to Disneyland was and all the things that happened and didn't happen and all the letdowns. Oh, it was terrible. I had to stand in line for 47 hours and stood in the rain, but okay, I at least got on the Peter Pan ride. And then it's like, well, I just sat there and looked at a bunch of little lights, whatever, okay? So your future becomes your past, but you're willing to pay money for it because it adds value to your story as a person. So when you're going out to make money, you need to be asking yourself the question, what is it that somebody's going to want from you that's going to add to their story. If what you have to offer is have no value to somebody's story, then it means no difference. They're not going to want to pay money for it. Okay, and if they do pay money for it, they're going to add it to their story and then be like, that's a crappy story, I didn't like it. And then they're not going to go back to it. Okay, so if you got two coffee shops and the person goes and buys your coffee and they drink it and now they add it to their story, you have to ask yourself, how is that story going to become their past, and how are they going to share their past experiences with all their friends? They're going to drink that coffee and be like, that was some crappy coffee, the worst coffee I ever had. That's how they're going to tell the story. Their past experience, they're going to tell it. That coffee was the worst coffee I ever had. I paid $5 for it and it was disgusting. I could have made better coffee at home. Okay, that's the story now that you sold to them and that they're going to carry with them. So that's why they're paying money or not paying you money. Then they go to the next coffee shop and all of a sudden they show up and the barista knows their name and they write the name on the cup and they do a little foam art and they look the person in the eyes and they say, hey, it's so good to see you. And they ask how your day was and they remember what you were going to do. Oh, remember you went to Disneyland? Yeah, how was your Disneyland trip? Now there's all these experiences coming in that are going to become their past. And they're sitting there like, I gave you $5 for this cup of coffee, but I didn't just get a piece of some crappy coffee. I got this whole entire other experience. You remember me. I feel significant. My name's on the cup. You remember the foam art that I like. You did an elephant instead of just a leaf. You know, it's like all of this stuff. Now I go in, I can drink the coffee. It could taste just as bad as the other place. But now I have something to tell my friends. I love this story. Yeah, the barista, Sarah, she's amazing. She always remembers my name, and she asked me about, my Disneyland vacation, and she made an elephant out of foam art. I've never seen that done before. That's something that's adding to my story. People want to tell their story. That's what they want to do. We either want to complain or we want to celebrate and be like, I'm so amazing, super significant. That's all we're going to do. So whatever you're selling is either going to add to my complaining story. Oh, taxes, they're so high. And I wish I had a better job. And my manager just sucks. And I wish they would give me a pay raise. And my car just broke down. So you're either adding to their crappy story, or you're adding to their significant story where they just think they're super amazing. Like, yeah, I'm making all this money. Life is so good. I have the best wife in the world. My children are amazing. I just bought this cool jacket. It's super expensive. And I can afford all the things I want. And life's so wonderful. It's like you're just adding to one of those sides of the story with whatever it is you're selling. So all you have to do is approach it and go, well, do I want to add to your crappy story or add to your celebratory story? And be like, what do you want to celebrate or what do you want to complain about? You can sell cheap crap that breaks on people. It's great. People talk about it all the time. That's the cheapest. That was so cheap. I bought it and it broke. It's like, yeah, because you paid like $2 for it. And of course it's going to break. But people want to complain. So they'll complain about it. Oh yeah, I got this thing and it didn't work and da-da-da. And they'll still buy crappy products because they get attention from complaining. And then other people will buy really nice products and they'll be like, yeah, I bought these jeans. They're $200, but I wear them every single day and I've worn them every single day for 5 years. And they're perfect. They're awesome. They haven't even worn out. It's like they want to brag about that too. So either side of it, if you want to make money, the question is not, how do I make money? The question is, what are you going to do that is going to become somebody's past story that they are then going to experience and add value to their life because they're paying for it with their past effort. And that's the key, okay? I don't want to add something to my life using my past effort if it's not a story I want to share, okay? And some people love complaining. And so what they do is they go set themselves up, self-sabotage, and they set themselves up to go complain a bunch. And other people love celebrating life, and they're super optimistic. And so they have a different approach to it, and they're not gonna tell those types of stories. But there's different types of people chasing different types of stories, chasing different types of experiences to add to their past and become part of their story so that they can put it into their future, and it's just this endless cycle. And that's all it is. It's a conversation. And so whatever it is you're selling, service or product, it's a conversation that you're adding to the customer. And then you have to ask yourself, does the customer want that conversation? And if they do, they're going to be willing to pay for it. And if they really do want that conversation, they'll pay a lot of money for it. Then you got all the fake people out there. And that's social media. That's me on a screen, okay? This is fake because there's no real value that I'm going to add to your life because I'm not going to do anything for you other than a little tiny neurotransmitter going ding, maybe I liked what he had to say, or ding, maybe I hate what he had to say, or ding, this video is too long and boring, so why am I watching it the whole time? Whatever. I'm not helping you get more food. So if you're hungry, this video doesn't feed you. okay? I'm not gonna help you make more money, because if you're terrible at being an employee or a business owner, you're still gonna be bad after you watch this video. I'm not helping you make any friends, because I'm not your friend. I'm just a face on a screen. And so it's not like you're gonna go out and make a bunch of friends because you now listen to me. So the literal value that I'm adding is like so small. It's just whether you want to pay attention or not. And then what you do with what I say is determined on the value. And so it's like, if you can take what I'm saying and apply it, and then you can get a result from it, then there's value. But there's only value if you can actually do something with it. If you just watch this video and then to go sit on the toilet and take a dump, and that's it, it's like, this was a giant freaking waste of your time. So you should probably stop watching the video, and I apologize for wasting 10 minutes of your time. But if you're gonna actually go do something with it, then there's value in your life. And in fact, I would encourage you that if you, and I'm doing this myself, is I was telling my mentor, I'm like, I am so frustrated that people are stealing my attention. Like, I am jealous that other people have my attention and I can't even keep my own attention. And so what I've been doing is I've been just like, as I'm finding myself just listening to stupid crap on the internet, I'm just like, forget that. I'm not gonna do anything with this information. It has zero value in my life. And so why am I paying for it? Paying for it, it's like, yeah, you're giving them your time. You're giving them your past effort. You're literally sitting there like a drone, just like, let me just check this out, and check this out. And I'm giving you my attention, which is my past effort. How is it your past effort? Because you had to go make money so you could go sit on a couch or buy a phone so you could watch it and do absolutely nothing. And so you did all this work so you could sit down and give somebody else your attention. Go take yourself out on a date. Go do something with yourself that adds more skills and more value to your life than giving somebody else your attention. Because now what are they doing? They're harvesting your attention and sending you advertisements. Oh, buy this product. Oh, do this thing. Oh, give me some more money. And so what are they wanting to do? They're like, hey, you worked really hard. Why don't I entertain you for a second? You deserve entertainment. So why don't I entertain you? But while I'm entertaining you, why don't I put in some stuff that maybe you'll spend some more money on? Hey, you remember that entertainment that I gave you? Oh yeah, positive vibes. Right, well here's a product you should buy. Hey, you're in positive vibes mode. Maybe you're gonna wanna spend some more money on it. Do you see the problem? I hope you see the problem. It's a freaking huge problem, and I don't think anybody's talking about this, and it's a big freaking scam. Okay, so you want to wonder why you're poor. I just told you why you're poor. And if you want to wonder why you hate your life, I just told you why you hate your life, because you're in this endless stupid loop and you haven't figured out how to get out. And nobody is telling you how to get out, okay? I don't care. Don't listen to anybody who has $100 million and they're telling you how to get out. No, they're not, okay? And they have some of the best advice out there. It's fantastic advice. I've applied some of it in my life and it works and it's so amazing. You know, the problem is that if you don't have self-discipline, you ain't doing nothing, all right? And the biggest form of self-discipline is not self-discipline. It's getting your butt kicked and getting lit on fire and having the world crash down on you and you're just like, crap, I am never gonna let that happen to me again. That's that's the most direct force to get you to move in a direction. And so if life sucks and that's not motivating you enough to wake up every day and stop making life suck, all the self-discipline in the world isn't gonna save you. Because life is hard enough, okay? If all the suffering in the world doesn't motivate you to stop doing this endless cycle of just self-sabotage, then none of the advice is going to save you. And that's the facts. And so that's what I struggle in my own life. I'm past efforting, I'm doing all this past effort, I'm paying my attention to things that are totally not adding value to my life. And I'm giving them money and money and money through time. I'm giving them my time, my attention, and they're adding zero value to my life. And it's like, that's what I'm procrastinating. Just making this video is a procrastination of what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you're so tired of just living this endless loop and being hustled and tired of people robbing your attention and tired of wondering why you can't figure out what you can figure out, comment on this video and let me know if you're tired. And if I get if it blows up, if this video blows up, I will hands down 100% take you through step by step exactly practically what you can do, and I will not waste your time and make you have to watch stupid videos about me talking because this video is way too long. But what I will do is I will actually tell you how to go acquire skills, not tell you that you should acquire skills. I will tell you how to acquire skills, and I will tell you what you will need to do so that you can understand it'll add zero value to your life And then if you go actually acquire those skills that I tell you to acquire, then you'll have value added to your life, and then your life will change, and then you will be like, holy crap, this is not as hard as I thought it was. Wow, I can do this. But until then, if you're just listening to sweet talk that tickles your ears and makes you feel good, you're gonna still be stuck in that endless cycle. And all you're gonna be doing is using your past efforts to make money so you can give that money to somebody else, and you're gonna be stuck wondering why you can't make more money, because your experiences freaking suck and nobody wants to buy them. That's the facts. So, sorry to be so hard, sorry to be so mean. I love you all. Life is hard, and I've had my butt kicked a million times, and I'm so tired of people not knowing how to get out of this endless mind suck void, whatever. Just lame. It's just lame. And I feel for every single one of you. And I don't care how much money you have in your pocket. I don't care where you're at in your life. There's simple, practical things you can do that will jumpstart your trajectory simply by doing them. But if you don't even have the motivation to do them, you're trapped right there. And so you've got to find the reason to even want to start doing things differently before you can even start doing things differently. So there you go. That's how you make money. Bye.